Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this Saturday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Saturday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about your forecast for Sunday and Monday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, take a look at the Watches Warning Advisory map. Also, take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they offer. And also, we're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center Tropical Weather Outlook for the next 48 hours. Okay, if you have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty, as you can see, we got quiet conditions extending from Quebec, Canada, through Montreal, just north of Toronto, through southern Canada, back to southwestern Canada, all the way into a portion of San Francisco, down to Los Angeles, through Arizona, back down in the Gulf of California, also down into Mexico and southern Texas. Also over here in Montana, back over towards Chicago, Illinois, Wyoming, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, and portion of Wyoming and Utah. Over here in the gray slashed area, there's over here in southern Nevada, there's some critical fire weather possible there. Toward Vancouver and Seattle, Washington, there's some showers and thunderstorms there, and also over a portion of Oregon. Also over in southwestern Montana, back in the portion of Wyoming. Also, we got showers and thunderstorms extending from around Denver, Colorado, all the way back through New Mexico, back into northern Mexico, through Texas, all the way down to Houston and Dallas and Oklahoma region, all the way over toward the Florida Keys, Miami area, toward Atlanta, Georgia, through the Tennessee, Kentucky vicinity, just east of Chicago into Michigan, back over to a portion of the Great Lakes region, northern Wisconsin into Minnesota, North Dakota, and right along the Canadian-U.S. border as well. Also, showers and storms all the way over to Ohio, to Pennsylvania, to Maine, through Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., back into the Carolinas as well. On the red slashed area here, extending from Maine all the way down to a portion of Virginia. Flash flooding possible. Same over here from the Florida Panhandle, that is, to Oklahoma. Some flash flooding and heavy rain possible. And in the yellow slashed area, extending from Oklahoma all the way to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, some severe weather possible in that region for your Sunday. Alright, let's move on to your Monday forecast. We got quiet conditions extending from Quebec, Canada, all the way down through Montreal, Toronto, Canada, back to Chicago, Illinois, down in Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio as well, across southern Canada as well, in the portion of northern Minnesota, northern Nebraska, North Dakota, all the way back over to southwest Canada. Also over to Oregon, Oregon, back into portion of West Wyoming, back into portion of Colorado, Arizona, including San Francisco, Los Angeles, Gulf of California, northern Mexico, and southern Texas as well. We got showers and thunderstorms extending along the Canadian border from Vancouver back over toward North Dakota, Montana, also including Seattle, Washington, through Idaho, all the way back to Denver, Colorado, back into northern Mexico, all the way through the Dallas and Houston area of Texas, through Kansas, Missouri, also back up to South Dakota, Minnesota, back over toward Michigan, also all the way back through Arkansas, through Mississippi, back down to the Gulf of Mexico, down into Florida Keys, Miami, Florida, through the Carolinas, through Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York, and Boston vicinities, all the way up into Maine, and also over toward New York City as well, New York State as well, and Pennsylvania. Vermont, also in New Hampshire and New York State. Some flash flooding possible. Same down here from the Florida Panhandle, all the way back into Portland, Louisiana, Mississippi, and the yellow slashed area from Nebraska all the way down into the Panhandle of Texas. Some severe weather possible in that region for your Monday. All right, let's take a look at the weather radar across the nation now. It's slowly coming up, folks. Alrighty, as you can see here on the weather radar here, we got showers and thunderstorms over southern Canada down into the Great Lakes. Also along the East Coast, extending from Maine all the way down to into the Carolinas. This more widespread showers across Florida, but scattered activity elsewhere. along the East Coast, all the way back into portion of Tennessee and Georgia. More widespread showers and storms extending from Kentucky all the way down into Alabama, Mississippi, and also back over towards Oklahoma and Texas. Also, we got some widespread showers and storms over portion of Puerto Rico and also northern portion of Cuba, and including the northern Bahamas. Southern Bahamas looks good. Hawaiian chain looked good. Central South Alaska, central and northern Mexico got scattered activity there as well across southeast Texas and the southern Louisiana. Also over here in portions of New Mexico, also got more scattered activity. Also Nebraska, back into Colorado, all the way back over to Washington and Oregon states, and across southern Canada as well. Got a little bit more widespread over central Canada and also over portions of Kansas and Colorado area as well. Alright, watches, warning, and advisory map for your locations across the nation. Alright, as you can see, we got flood watches, flood advisories, flood warnings in effect extended from Maine all the way through portion of Vermont, New Hampshire, down in New York State, down into Pennsylvania, portion of Virginia. Also, we got some special weather statements also in Virginia and eastern North Carolina, across South Carolina. Flood advisory around the Charleston area of South Carolina. We got some flood advisory, flood warnings across portions of southern Indiana, over here in portions of Tennessee. Also in Alabama, Alabama, Mississippi, all the way in northeastern Texas. Flood watch, flood advisories over portions of Oklahoma and also into portions of Kansas, as well. Some flood advisory reports in California. We got some severe thunderstorm warnings over portions of southwest Georgia, southeast Alabama. Some strong thunderstorm there as well in Alabama, and portions of marine warnings right along coastal areas of Florida. We got some heat advisories extending from Texas, central Texas to southern Texas, western Texas, southern portions and central portions of New Mexico, also up in the portion of central southern Washington state as well as southern California. We have severe thunderstorm watches and warnings ongoing from North Texas all the way into the portion of Wyoming. This includes Kansas, Nebraska, western Kansas, western Oklahoma, and eastern Colorado, and southeastern Wyoming as well, and eastern portion and northeastern portion of New Mexico. We got red flag warnings in effect for western Colorado, southeastern and eastern Utah, southern Nevada. Excessive heat warnings also in effect for portions of southern and western portions of Arizona and southern portions of California. Flood watches in effect for northern Alaska. The Hawaiian chain island got a few special gale warnings around the island. Southern Alaska got a few special weather statements there as well. Alright, Storm Prediction Center overview forecast page. General thunderstorm from Maine down to Florida, all the way back to the Pacific Northwest. There's that marginal risk from Wyoming all the way to Ohio. There's that slight risk extending from portion of Wyoming all the way to Kentucky, Tennessee, and northern Mississippi. And the severe thunderstorm watches outline area over here. We'll get to it in just a minute. There's the convective outlook. There's the general thunderstorms in the lighter green. There's the marginal risk in the darker green, and a slight risk in the yellow. Current watches: eastern portion of Wyoming, western Nebraska, western Kansas, western Oklahoma, northern portion of Texas Panhandle, northeastern portions of Colorado, and also northeastern portion of New Mexico as well. MDS discussion. Currently just talking about the current watches. Storm reports. Currently, as of this recorded, tornado report 0, wind reports 22, 0 with high, hail report 33, they were too large. Total number of storm reports was 55. The wind reports look like they took place over eastern Virginia, around the Charlotte area of North Carolina, around the Orangeburg area of South Carolina, down toward the low country, southern Alabama, central Tennessee, eastern portion of Indiana, northwestern Mississippi, eastern Oklahoma, southwestern and western portion portions of hail report, same areas, pretty much in South Dakota, Wyoming, also into Nebraska, and also into eastern Colorado. Fire weather, elevated risk from a portion of Colorado back into New Mexico, also into Arizona, southern Nevada, ISO dry spots over in portions of Oregon for some wildfires to ignite real quickly. Alright, and finally, let's take a look at the National Hurricane Center tropical weather page. Currently, no tropical cyclones expected during the next 48 hours and also during the next 7 days as well. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not. And we'll catch you back in the next one.